Have you ever grooved and glided to your favorite song while literally doing circles around and with your friends?
Did saying the words, let's hit the rink, make you feel like the coolest kid in your 4th grade class?
If you ever went to a birthday party where you laced up your skates or blades to have a good time, you might be a Xennial. And we are too. Hi, I'm Katie.
And I'm Danny. And we have to stop for a second and let y'all know that ChatGPT wrote that intro for Katie.
Oh my God.
And we cannot stop laughing.
Oh, that's funny.
I've never in my life said hit the rink until today. All right. Okay. And welcome to Generation In Between, a Xennial podcast where we revisit, remember, and sometimes relearn all kinds of things from being 80s kids and 90s teens. And if you could not tell by our most eloquent, descriptive intro, today we're talking roller rink.
Yes.
Interesting thing, though, when I was a kid, we didn't call it a roller rink.
What'd you call it?
Skating rink.
Skating. I've heard that too.
So I wonder if that's like a regional thing.
Skating rink.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one I did more. I feel like they were interchangeable, though. But I think now I say skating rink because we do have one locally, and I'll say, "Oh, it's at the skating rink."
See, we always just said skating rink. But Louisiana people, we say weird stuff, so whatever. Grammar's not our
okay. That works.
Top skill.
And I can't wait to talk about skating/roller rinks with you. But first, a quick reminder, if you are listening to this, please leave us a 5-star review wherever you are listening. Just a quick little 5-star review. If you want to leave a comment, that's great too. Make sure you're following us everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, even YouTube, where you can subscribe.
Can we please tell people about our comment that we had this week?
We are getting some weird comments on YouTube. Not even like negative or positive.
Oh no, it wasn't negative, I don't think.
No, just strange.
Tell them what it said.
We had a request for a video of Danny and I throwing pies at each other. From a stranger. He's like, have y'all thought about throwing pies at each other?
Listen,
like, we have not.
We do need extra money, so that might be the key. And I said, I was talking about this. Who was I talking? I talked about this to several people yesterday, okay, because it was so funny. And I'm like, anything, that video of us throwing pies at each other would be anything but what that guy is wanting.
Correct.
It would be funny and ridiculous. There is nothing alluring about Danny and Katie throwing pies at each other.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that was really funny. I was like, okay, that's a new one. That's a new request. We've gotten a request to stop right now.
Yeah, stop recording.
On the podcast. We've gotten that request at least once. But I think I like the pie one better. Creative feedback.
It's so weird. People are, you know what? Everybody's into their own thing. Whatever. We're not doing that for you, though.
Place, and we're on it.
Well, talk to us in 6 months. We'll see how desperate
we'll see. Yeah, maybe the pie is the key. We're gonna find out.
Anyway.
Well, so Danny, I have to know.
Yeah.
What are your memories of the skating/roller rink from growing up?
We had one in my hometown called Skater's Paradise.
Ooh.
I think it's still there. I'm not sure. It may have gone away in Hurricane Katrina. Anyway, Slidell people, let me know if Skater's Paradise is still there. Yep. And, it was like every other skating rink back in the 80s. It was, they had like a little arcade. They had concessions. I remember, this is super weird. At the end of the year, when I was in middle school, we would take field trips, like, sometime in the last span of school with PE to the skating rink.
Okay. One of my kids went on a bowling field trip for school.
I don't know. I just am like, that's a weird, whatever. Anyway, because we would go and buy all this junk food and snacks and crap. And then of course we'd skate too.
Of course.
But they always had theme nights. Did your skating rink have theme nights? Like glow night and also I remember, this is the stupidest thing that just popped in my head. They would always at a certain time in the night do some weird dice game in the middle of the floor and you could win something.
What's it like, tiny little dice or giant
You know
dice?
how I have big dice when I teach class?
Yeah.
They were 3 times the size of that.
Oh, wow.
They were foam blocks, but they were like huge, like a cardboard box. And I don't know why. And they would always do the hokey pokey. Did you do the hokey pokey at your skating rink?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. And you'd like skate
That's a staple.
and
That's
skate.
a staple.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was just my skating rink.
Because I've seen it at our skating rink here.
They still do it?
Melbourne.
Okay.
Yes.
I have not been to a skating rink since then.
And I swear it's the same recording of hokey pokey.
Oh, my God.
It's like the skating rink version or something.
Well, we have to go to the skating rink.
We do. I want to do a photo session there.
We need to.
I think that'd be really fun. Like a new outfit.
But also, we need to just go.
Well, so yeah. You know me. I'm like, we're going to take photos.
She's like, we have to have a purpose. And I'm like, no, we do not. We need to just go.
Yes, well.
Katie's like,
have
every
you been
second.
To the one here in Melbourne?
No, I haven't been skating. I have not been roller skating since middle school.
It is definitely not, because like,
I mean,
old person
hopefully
coming
it's
out.
like cheesy, yeah?
It is. It's like old school.
It should be, yeah.
It's old school. It's kind of like, I don't like to get food from there. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, it's that bad?
It's kind of run down. This rink itself is pretty nice though, but
like, am I going to injure myself?
Not on the rink.
You're like,
just stay on the rink and you'll be okay.
Do they sell beer there? I'm just curious.
No alcohol there.
Okay.
No alcohol. They sell like fountain drinks and then nachos, like with the cheese and pretzels, and
I love that fake cheese.
Little personal pan pizza.
Oh, Katie's like, don't eat it. You do like shitty pizza, as we determined in Showbiz Pizza.
I haven't tried it there. I should.
Well,
I should.
You're missing out then.
I'm hating on them, and maybe they have the best shitty pizza in town, and I never knew.
Okay, but all right. So tell me your skating memories.
Similar to yours, there was one maybe 15 or 20 minutes from our house, and I just remember for a few years there, like everybody's birthday party was there.
Yes.
Friday
nights.
My parents would take us. I think like my church youth group would have like a
skate
night. And then, just the kind of the junk food and the snacks. And it was just really dark in there.
Pinball. Yes.
Arcade was definitely in that one.
So were you a good skater? You strike me as somebody who probably was.
I was pretty good. So I think we have a similar story because we talked about this when I said I was going to do this episode. Not my basement, but my grandparents' basement in the Midwest. I would skate down there. Didn't you say you and your sister would skate in your house?
We ain't got no basement.
Oh.
It's Louisiana. We're below sea level.
You weren't skating underground? That wasn't you?
No.
It was someone else. Tell me who you are when you hear this.
Yeah. No, my mom would kill us if we had skated in the house.
We would go downstairs to their basement, and it was like unfinished, like just concrete floor,
slab,
and like the high
that's
windows.
The best.
And I would just every time I go to my grandparents, I just go down there and it'd be either me, my cousins, if they were over, we would all skate. And then when I got a little older, I got rollerblades, and I would skate in like my driveway and on the sidewalk. I remember listening to Mariah Carey's Fantasy CD and choreographing on my rollerblades.
Yes, ma'am.
There's probably video somewhere that exists of this. And I was trying to get like the turns down.
Yes.
But I was on it's like harder to turn on rollerblades than like skates.
I never could get rollerblades down.
Yeah.
I can only do skates.
Yeah. I probably had very strong calves at the time.
Yeah.
Probably. Because I would be out there for like hours trying to get
Did you have like the matching like knee pads and elbow pads?
Oh, yeah. I think I had like hot pink or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen a picture of me in my rollerblades.
Yes.
That Christmas morning, I got a suede jacket and rollerblades.
That's pretty cool.
But then the rollerblades
didn't take off.
No, I just could not. Like the rollerblades I could not get them mastered.
Yeah.
I want to buy some rollers. You know what I've always wanted to do is do roller derby.
Yes. And the rink here has it.
What?
Yes, because this is funny. My kid's school has a skate night every month. It's on a Wednesday night every month. And the money like goes back to the school.
Oh, I love that.
So every month when that Wednesday comes along and someone's asking us to come, we're like, oh my God, it's a Wednesday night. We don't want to go to skate night, but we usually do. And we have a great time. And we're done at 8. And the roller derby ladies are coming in and warming up while we're leaving.
I got to get my skate skills. All right.
It's awesome.
I've done something new every year of my 40s. So this year, maybe it's roller derby. I said maybe I was going to do aerial this year, but
that'd be fun too.
I know, but
maybe roller derby. You just need, they all had a lot of padding on. That's what you need.
Yeah, because I'm a wuss also.
Well, I just mean because you're small.
Oh, yeah, but I'm tough. Listen.
I'm not saying you're not tough.
It's the little ones you got to watch out for.
That's true.
It's, you have a dog like that.
I thought you have a daughter like that.
No, a dog.
No, none of my. You have a dog. Yes, my dog. Oof.
I know, and she's tiny and she's mean.
She can't get the doodle puppy to leave her alone. And when I say puppy, he's like 50 pounds now and she's 6 pounds. So he'll back her in a corner to play. And now she just jumps from nothing and grabs his jowls and bites down. And then he shakes her off and runs away.
That's going to be my technique in roller derby.
Seriously, just jump up, bite people on the jaw.
No, but like roller derby, like, you have like a whole persona you take on. Like you have like a name. You have a name and like a whole persona. Yep. And I'm like, I've always wanted to do it, but I've never lived anywhere that had it. Okay.
Oh, they have it here.
If anybody local knows any connections to get me up in there, let me know.
Come to skate night with us next time.
I might. No, I'm not coming with kids. I'll come after. I'm not going to skate nights with children that aren't mine.
It's so busy too. Like the whole school goes.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those rinks where there's like not enough seats for everyone. So if you don't get there like super early, you just stand or skate the whole time, which I guess is the point. But
girl. Okay. Did your skating rink do lock-ins?
No, you were talking to me about that. Okay. So what? Explain.
I remember. Well, you know what a lock-in is.
I do. I did lock-ins other places.
Yeah.
But in case our listeners don't know, because I don't think those are as popular anymore with this generation.
Safety.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is actually pretty insane.
Yeah.
But you would go wherever and you wouldn't be able to leave as a kid. You would get dropped off. It was like
a giant sleepover with whoever.
Right. And sometimes it wasn't really a sleepover. Like the one at our skating rink wasn't all night. It was until like midnight or something. So it wasn't really like. Okay. But some of them were. But I mean, I did lock-ins at church all the time.
I did too. I did it with Girl Scouts.
Well, I did it with in high school. I was in they had a female only like key club called Kiwanettes. And honestly, it was really like a junior sorority, I swear. It was like we did hazing and we like whatever. But we did do a lot of good service for the community. So
there you go.
No, but I remember the skating ring lock-ins were kind of risque.
What do you mean?
Like you said, it was dark there and you're there for a long time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's people making out in corners.
See, so we would have them and I don't know if this was, must not have been Girl Scouts specifically because there were definitely boys there. It might have been church youth group or like a service organization. But I remember being like middle school age and doing a lock-in at the Y. Mm-hmm. And we didn't spend the night either.
Right.
But same thing.
Yeah.
People were like sneaking off to the racquetball court.
Yeah. Like, we're going to go play this
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not one of the make-outers in middle school, guys. I was a mess. So.
That wasn't you.
No, not me. Well, not in middle school.
That's okay.
It's okay. All right. So there's our memories.
That's fun. And hopefully, and I'm hoping we get a couple listeners who tell us they've done roller derby.
I know.
That would be amazing. I want to hear more about
let me in. I think that's going to be my new thing. All right. That's going to be my new goal.
That's it. You heard it first. Roller derby.
What if I put skates on again and I can't skate anymore?
You'll just learn how again. That's not that hard.
Yeah, but we know me in coordination. I don't know.
So the first time I put skates on was maybe 5 or 6 years ago at a skate night for my kids. So this is what's funny.
Oh, no.
I was trained. I ended up being okay, but I was training for a marathon.
Uh-huh.
And so it's the week of the marathon. And so I'm like not eating certain foods. I'm not drinking. Yeah. I'm like not doing anything that would like do whatever because I don't want to mess up all my training. Girl, I put on roller skates for the first time in like 15 or 20 years. And I start roller skating like 3 days before I was supposed to run a marathon. I was fine. I did fall. And I fell almost backwards. So like my butt hit first, but then my elbows hit.
Oh no.
So I could like barely bend my arms for a couple days.
Girl.
Yeah. I was like, what was I thinking? That was really dumb.
I am worried about my hip because, I
got that hip. But I've done it several times since and you get it back. And I'm always a little wobbly at first and then it's fine.
Okay.
You just keep going around in circles, you'll be okay.
I need to do this. I need to get my ass to the skating rink.
But I'm one of those skaters that it's almost like a canoe paddle with my right foot.
What?
Like I just go.
You only do one foot?
Yeah.
And I go around the skateboard.
That's how I skate though.
Oh my God, that's really bad.
It's true.
I don't even understand how that works.
My husband will be like, pick up both feet. I'm like, I am.
So
my left one just stays.
You'd be amazing on a skateboard.
Yeah. Maybe I missed my calling.
Maybe you need to get a skate. We've got like 3 at my house.
I've got a bunch too.
Well,
2 or 3.
Go home and try. Well, maybe not. Get some cushions.
Get all the padding.
That's funny. I've never seen anybody
so I just
skate.
keep going in circles. Like my right leg is on the outside and my left leg's on the inside. It's just like that, like the whole time.
How do you make it around a circle then?
It just, my left foot's on the inside. So I just pivot around myself, I guess.
That is hilarious.
I skate the same way and it drives my husband nuts.
I have got to video that.
There's probably video somewhere.
That is,
you'll see.
Okay, so
my
speaking
technique.
of roller skating, before you, we haven't even started on your
That's
research.
okay. Honestly, there's not that much when I did the research. So
there's a lot of words on that note.
That's true. We'll see what happens.
Okay, have you seen Xanadu?
Yes.
Have you seen Starlight Express?
Yes.
Okay, I have not seen Starlight Express.
Good.
That was the first musical Troy ever saw, and he saw it in London when they lived there.
Oh my God.
Right?
I bet that was good.
And he said he always remembered it, and he really liked it, and he is not a theater person.
Yeah.
But Starlight Express, he's like, I can't believe you've never seen that. I was like, I don't think it was very popular. It wasn't around very long. But now it's back, right? Didn't I see somewhere?
I don't know if anywhere locally is doing it. I did see it on someone's docket recently. Someone in Orlando, maybe?
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a good show.
That's for all my theater peeps out there. I was just curious.
Starlight Express.
Yeah.
To me,
it's Andrew Lloyd Webber, right?
I don't want you to go. Yeah.
Does everybody roller skate? Because I've never seen it.
No, not everybody.
Okay. So it's like Xanadu, or just some people do.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it's funny you said that about theater, because I have a very brief, I promise, history of roller skating.
Oh, wow.
As a sport. I went way back, but it is rooted in theater.
Oh, it is?
Where the first roller skates appear for theatrical effect, basically.
Oh.
When they were trying, it's just funny, they were trying to make it look like people were ice skating.
Oh, that's funny.
Which already existed. So they figured out these like wheels that you would attach to shoes, kind of like when we were kids. They had the plastic ones that you could like open and close, kind of like that. So that it would give the appearance that the people on stage were ice skating or gliding or flying or whatever.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so it's kind of where it started. So the earliest known record of this is in 1743, and it was on a London stage.
1743?
1743.
Wow.
And then in 1760, John Joseph Merlin created,
Merlin.
He created a primitive, this is funny, inline skate, so a rollerblade.
Oh, okay.
With small metal wheels. And that was in 1760. So they
you went way back.
I went way back. But don't worry, I'm not going to like do every year from there. We're going to jump on forward. They were used, like I said, in theater and musical performances. And early roller skating was done in a straight line because they really didn't give space.
You'd be okay.
I'd be so good.
You'd be golden.
Take me back. Take me back. Turning or curving was very difficult. Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Not if you've got one peg leg.
Well, just stay stationary and just go around yourself. That is my best roller skating coaching. So, you know who else?
That could be your roller derby name is Peg Leg Polly.
Peg Leg Polly Parsons. Okay.
Well, I don't think you have a last name.
Oh.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's true because it's a persona.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm still drinking.
You could have like a whole pirate thing.
That's actually really fun.
Oh my God, right?
I'd be afraid to. I couldn't wear an eye patch. I have one leg.
You were very concerned. I couldn't wear an eye patch. Peg leg, absolutely.
Don't
Peg
make
leg,
me.
Absolutely, because you don't use your left leg anyway.
Doesn't matter. But
think of all the funny tricks you could do.
Just spinning on one leg.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you.
And then the way everybody beats you is they just knock down your other leg.
They're just like, oh, that's the peg leg. Just hit that one.
Shit. Okay.
She's useless. Okay.
All right. Focus.
Wonderful. So, do you know who else wore skates way back when?
Shakespeare.
No, I don't think. Waitresses.
I thought we were still talking about theater.
Well, sort of. The first known instance of a waitress wearing skates was in 1840s beer hall in Berlin.
Oh, hey.
They used roller skates to serve customers faster. And then they continued appearing throughout the 1840s in ballets and operas in Europe. So it was really in, of course, Europe where it all kind of first came together.
Okay.
But it wasn't until, we're going to jump ahead, 1863, that the four-wheeled turning roller skate, also known as a quad skate, similar to what we have today, was first designed in New York City by James Leonard Plimpton. in an attempt to improve upon these previous designs.
Okay.
And make something.
The first one was more like a rollerblade.
It used a lot of metal too. Like it didn't have like the rubber or
didn't
the
have
cloth.
like the stopper thing.
Exactly. So this one had a rubber cushion that allowed the skater to skate a curve just by pressing his weight to one side or the other. It was all such a huge success that people just started like buying them and using them for exercise. And the first public roller skating rinks were opened in 1866 in New York City.
Nice.
And yeah, just kind of what you said, the design of that skate allowed turns, maneuverability, and the opportunity to stop. I had the stopper on the skate. Let's see. I talk about him a little longer, but basically he opened the first skating rink. So it's kind of like he improved the skate and then was like, oh, it's popular.
What year?
Come do this. That was 1866.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
So early roller rinks varied in size and type. They were indoor and outdoor. A lot of them had simple wooden platforms that they could also use as dance floors or ballrooms, which makes sense.
Or tapping.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that.
I don't know.
And so there were also these like roller skate kind of circuits where entrepreneurs would go from town to town, like in the Midwest specifically, and it would be connected to circuses or carnivals, and you could come roller skate, and they would bring roller skates because a lot of people didn't have them.
Because there wasn't roller rinks.
It was kind of, it was like a traveling rink.
Like a traveling, yeah.
But also they brought the skates.
So it was like part of like it was like an amusement activity.
Yeah. It was like kind of like a special thing you could do if you didn't have one of your own.
Well, you know what? They did that when we lived in Missouri. Every year on base, they would bring make an ice skating rink. Have you seen those where they're the mobile thing? Because we didn't have, it was the middle rural Missouri. There's no ice skating rink. It was freezing AF.
Yeah.
But they would bring like this weird platform. I don't even know how they did it, and set up ice skating. So that's what I just thought about. So they still kind of do that for things.
They still do. Yeah. And if you think about it, when you go to the roller rink, you usually rent skates.
Yeah. They're so
that's
nasty.
Still a thing. I know, it's kind of weird.
Well, a lot of places won't even let you bring your own anymore.
Right. Well, and I get that.
Were you ever fancy as a kid and brought your own skates?
No, but my daughter Erin has her own, and she won't wear.
Oh yeah, I don't blame her. I kind of want my own.
And they light up, and it's a whole thing.
What?
They're super cute. But they're rollerblades.
Well, yeah, I can't do
skates.
those.
She brings her blades. But you could probably get skates that did something similar.
I'll figure it out.
We're going to find them. So basically, roller skating in the U.S. then boomed from 1880 to 1910. This is when all the skates were getting mass-produced. Places in South America, Europe, and Australia also saw a big boom in skating during this time. And the new sports appeared, such as figure skating in roller skates and speed skating in roller skates.
Figure skating in roller skates?
Yes. I tried to look up anything on that and couldn't find video, nothing.
That'd be hard.
That'd be really hard.
AF.
At least on ice, you kind of have a natural, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's slower. Unless you're like really, really quick, right? Roller skates just go. Roller skates just go.
I think it'd be more scary on ice.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's slippery.
That's true. And blades.
I don't know. Obviously, we
literal
don't know.
Blades. So they're kind of dipped in popularity in the early 1900s, just because other things came along. But from the 1930s to the 1950s is known as the golden age of roller skating.
Why does everything have a golden age?
I don't know.
Everything we talk about is like, it was the golden age of arcades.
Right,
it was the golden age of... That's something else we've talked about.
I feel like to call it a golden age, you have to have had a decline after it.
Yeah.
Right? I wonder how they figure that out. And how do you know there won't be another golden age of arcades or roller skating?
Well, that's like when I did the arcade research, there's a golden age of arcades, but now they're having a resurgence.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Which is it?
I mean, it's all about money and numbers.
It is.
So data, I guess.
So our old friend, the organ, is back. For some reason.
Wait, the organ is our old friend?
What? So we talked about it in Showbiz Pizza.
Oh,
where he was going to have an organ restaurant.
I was like, the organ? I didn't know that we were down with the organs. Okay.
Yeah, it just reminded me of that. How he was going to have that vintage organ restaurant.
Got it.
Musical organs, not people organs.
Not people organs.
So for some reason, from the 1930s to the 50s, probably because there was no way to like pipe in any other music, skating rinks often had organ music.
Get out.
That
Can
was
you
built
imagine?
into the rink. and someone would play live.
Yes. Can you imagine just like bebopping around as like church music?
It'd be so crazy.
Because organ music just sounds like organ music. You cannot make it upbeat. You cannot make it. It just is an organ.
I'm just trying to like envision skating to that. I think that'd be really tricky.
It'd be boring.
But if that's all you had, if it's no music or organ music, would you want no music? Maybe.
I don't know.
Just sing to yourself. I don't know.
Let's give it a try when we go to the roller rink.
We should.
Bring a keyboard and put it on the organ setting. Can you imagine?
I think I have an organ setting.
I know you do. Can you imagine if we brought that giant ass keyboard? Katie has a keyboard in here for her voice lessons. If we drug that in there and I was like, okay, I'm going to go skate. You play the organ music. Let's
I would
go.
so do it. I could play Starlight Express on the organ. It'd be great. Or Xanadu.
Oh my God, that'd be
really
great.
Fun. So post World War II, baby boom also saw a resurgence then in roller skating rinks. And that's kind of when this idea of having a roller skating birthday party took root. It sort of became a rite of passage in American cities in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And then, since we were just talking about the 70s, anything you can think of that may have heightened the disco craze? Oh, I just said it. I tried to say roller skating.
What? Oh,
I wanted you to say disco.
Oh,
made roller skating.
You were so proud of yourself too. You were like so proud. You're like, can you tell me that heightened the disco craze? Oh shit! I said it. You mean the skating phase? Disco. Oh well, that makes sense completely.
Yes. So the popular culture of disco kind of intertwined with roller rinks, or they called them roller discos, some of them.
What?
The organs were gone.
Oh yeah, our skating rink had a giant disco ball.
The one here in Melbourne still does.
Girl, why am I not there?
I'm telling you, you're going to love this place.
I'm going to love it so much.
We're going.
What?
So they didn't have the old-fashioned organ music anymore. They had special lights and disco beats. And then you mentioned, Xanadu and Starlight Express. There was a movie that came out in 1979 called Roller Boogie.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen it either. And it came out in 79, and it was an American film. And it was a teen musical film about roller disco.
I bet it's terrible.
But
I bet it's campy.
Hated it.
Well, then it's probably great.
Hated it. But it was a huge box office success. Yeah. People loved this movie, and it made people flock to the skating rinks and the disco aesthetic even more because of this movie. Yeah. So the plot is that it's set in the Venice suburb of Los Angeles at the height of the roller skating fad. It follows an upper-class young woman who falls in love with a working-class skater. And the two seek to thwart. I can't even say it.
Thwart.
Efforts from a powerful mobster attempting to acquire the land where the popular roller rink is located. So, yeah, critics didn't love that one so much.
It sounds like a good time.
But it says over 50 professional skaters were employed for the film.
Oh, I bet they have some cool skating sequences.
I know. I want to watch it kind of just for that. Because if you have 50 professional skaters, that's good.
It's like Saturday Night Fever. All the dance sequences make it. I don't even care about the rest of the story.
Seriously.
Literally.
Yeah. Mostly negative reviews from critics that it said it exploited the trends of disco and roller skating. What? Who cares?
Well, isn't that the point?
Yeah. Doesn't every movie kind of do that?
Don't you want that?
So in the years since its original release, the film has developed a cult following for its campy style.
Yes, we know we love some camp.
Disco, roller skating culture. So as the disco era sort of toned down, we'll get to this. That's in the 80s is actually when the inline skates or rollerblades come into play, even though they became popular much later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in 1983, President Ronald Reagan declared October National Roller Skating Month.
What?
I don't know why.
Well, guess where we're going.
But he did. So in 1980 then, Scott and Brennan Olson, their two Minnesota brothers, discovered an older inline skate in a sporting goods store, and they thought it would be perfect to practice for off-season hockey training. So they were hockey players from Minnesota. So they were using these land skates that you didn't need for ice, and they enjoyed it and they thought it was helpful, but they didn't work the way they really needed them to. They were kind of clunky. They weren't smooth. Like, who knows how old they were. They said they found those. So then they decided that they would improve it, and they came up with this idea that they called rollerblade. And they thought, maybe we'll just improve this.
So the inline skate was different.
The inline skate, so this is funny. So rollerblade is one of those words that has become synonymous with inline skates.
But they're different.
But inline skates already existed.
Oh, okay.
So people say, I'm going to get some rollerblades, even if it's a different brand. I mean, it's usually rollerblade. But yeah, kind of like we call tissues Kleenex. Kind of like that.
So it's a brand.
It's a brand.
Ah, yep. Okay.
Of inline skates.
Got it.
And because they had such a big network of hockey players, they caught on. And it says, soon all these skiers and hockey players were cruising the streets of Minnesota during the summer on their rollerblades.
Oh my God. Do you know what that makes me think of? One of my favorite movies from the 90s is Wayne's World.
Oh God.
And you know when they're playing street hockey and they have to move and they're like, car, and then they come back, game on, game on.
I love that.
That's a rewatch we need to do. I'm putting it down now.
Put it down now so we don't forget. Put it down. So kind of what we were just talking about, rollerblade then becomes sort of this generic name.
Okay. Well, I never knew that.
Over time, strategic market efforts thrust the brand name into public awareness. Skating enthusiasts began using rollerblade as a generic term for all inline skates.
Okay.
However, as of February 2021, it is still a trademark name owned by the company.
Never knew that.
But there are 60 inline skate manufacturers. But rollerblade is credited with the introduction of the first polyurethane boot and wheels, the first heel brake, and the development of active brake technology, which makes stopping easier. And rollerblade as a company has 200 patents and 116 registered trademarks.
So if you have a peg leg roller skating technique, how do you do rollerblades?
Same.
You can't though, because that's why I had such a hard time with rollerblades, because you have to skate different. Like you can't peg leg it.
I must not. I must just scoot along. I can't remember the last time I wore rollerblades. But I ice skate like that. I skate with one foot.
That's some skills.
And probably way harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, because
I think it's because I just want one thing on the ground the whole time. And if I am like lifting both legs.
What about when you're walking?
Like in life, that's fine. Walking's okay. But if I'm on like ice, I'm more scared of ice than a rink.
Yeah.
So I do not want to fall on the ice. And then, I don't know. I guess I need some lessons or something.
That's amazing. That's like,
I wonder how I haven't rollerbladed in forever. Okay, I don't have a pair right now. But it's funny. And it's because he plays hockey. My husband has rollerblades.
Does he?
And when he gets into like a cleaning tear, he will put them on. And he's already so tall.
He's so tall.
I'll send you I think I've sent you a picture. No, okay, I'll send you a picture.
Because you guys, how tall is he?
He's like 6'4".
Yeah, and he's a big guy. And he has big curly hair, so it makes him even taller.
Yeah, I mean, he'll wear like a hockey jersey and have on these rollerblades. And he'll be sweeping. So
that is amazing.
He was going to skate night last week, the one I've been telling you about, and I couldn't go because of something I had with the show, or I couldn't go.
Yeah.
And so it was twin night. So God bless my 10-year-old. She's like, Dad, my friend can't come. Will you twin with me?
Oh.
So he was just going to go like work on his laptop. So now he's like, now I have to skate. So he has his own business. So they wore bright orange business shirts so that they matched. She wore like mine and he had one of his. But that afternoon, I come home and he's got his rollerblades on. He's like, I'm just getting used to him for tonight. And he said he skated for like 90 minutes straight.
That is so cute. Yeah. It's a great workout.
And his are rollerblades. But yeah, he just takes his own. But yeah, he loves to rollerblade.
Oh my gosh. See, I'm just picturing him and Tegan out there on the rink. How cute.
I know. It was adorable. And she's like, she does pick up both feet. She's not like me, but she's a newer skater. She had the little skater helper till recently, the little walker thing. So, she still kind of holds onto the wall and stuff, but I don't know. It was very cute.
That's adorable.
I saw a couple pictures. So that is kind of it. For rollerblades. I told you I didn't have that much. The only other thing I have is that in general, roller skates were in short supply during the pandemic
because everybody
wanted them, and everyone wanted to have something. Everyone took up either new or old hobbies. So they were just like,
my neighbor across the street, when we lived on base during the pandemic, she would go roller skating, and I would see her out of the window, like skating.
Yeah.
I want some. I've been wanting to get some roller skates, but you have to have different ones for outside than inside, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, because you don't want to mess up the wheels for indoors. That's why a lot of rinks don't like you to bring in your own, because you can bring in, like, you can scuff up the floor and stuff like that.
Yeah. Wow. There wasn't that much about.
I told you. I found that movie. I asked ChatGPT to help me, and it was just telling me all the same things that I already had.
ChatGPT, I don't like it, and our intro is proof why.
It's unnatural, right? Like, we were like, we've never said these things. Oh, but look at these cute pictures I got.
Oh, that's really fun.
Isn't that fun? We'll put them
they
on
look like
socials.
little bicycles on this man's feet.
I love it. And then these are like the ones we had when we were little, except it's like the metal version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where you just slip it over your shoe.
I actually think I had metal ones. I didn't have.
Oh, did you? I had those Fisher Price ones.
I had those too, but I think the first ones I had were metal. They're probably my sister's. She's older than me, so
she's so old. They were probably metal.
I'm serious.
All right, well, you know what this means. We have time for trivia.
Oh yeah, because we have totally been.
We always
slacking.
have time for trivia, but sometimes we forget.
So apologies, everyone, because we were like, oh yeah, like episodes ago, we were like, we're gonna do trivia at the end of every episode, and we've been forgetting. Not if you care.
Let's do 3.
Ooh.
You want to do 3 each?
All right, hold on.
Let's do it.
Let me grab them.
She's grabbing the boxes, but yes, sometimes we have so much information. Like, okay, so the last one we recorded was Disney Drama 1 and 2. So by the time we had done all that, it was a lot. Yeah. And we had to leave, literally. We were out of time. But we could have made time for trivia. We just didn't remember.
All right.
Woo! So I have the 80s box. Like, totally 80s.
Yep, I have hella 90s.
All right. Oh,
I feel like we've done a lot of these that I feel like they're going to start repeating. But
really?
You know what's funny?
We've done that many?
Even if they repeat, we probably still won't know the answers. No. It's going to be okay.
We totally won't.
All right.
Okay. I grabbed 3 out. I'm going to just quickly glance over. Okay. Oh no, we haven't done that one. Okay. This is a good one. I've got one for you. Ooh, okay. The front and back of this are good. So I'm going to use them for 2 different
All right,
ones.
you go first.
Okay. I have 1980s, by the way. Put these 1980s People Magazine Sexiest Man Alive winners in the order. Now, we did one of these, but I think we did it for 90s. In the order they appeared on covers from earliest to latest.
Okay,
so it's only 3 names. Mel Gibson, Sean Connery, John F. Kennedy Jr. From the 80s.
I'm going to say Sean Connery, JFK Jr., Mel Gibson.
Backward.
Oh, really?
Mel Gibson was in 85. JFK was in 88, but I don't know why.
Yeah, he was like a big deal then.
Was there like something that came out around then?
He was dating somebody.
Oh, right. Wasn't he dating like Sarah Jessica Parker?
He was so good looking too.
He was good looking.
I don't. Anyway.
Okay, so he was 88. So Gibson 85, JFK Jr. 88, Sean Connery 89.
Okay, well,
older version.
James Bond. So Cooper told me a fun bit of trivia the other day. This is just off the top of my hat. This won't count. He said, how many times did Sean Connery play James Bond?
I think it's just like 3.
It was 7.
Oh, that is a lot.
I don't know how he knows that, but yeah, I was like, okay, I'm not a James Bond fan.
Okay.
Okay, this is... Okay, we actually have talked about this. Let's see if you can guess it.
Okay.
I'm going to show you a picture of an outfit, and you're going to tell me who wears this. Okay. I'm going to show it to you, and then I'll explain it to you guys.
Okay, I won't answer yet.
Okay, got it?
Yeah.
So it is a green sweater vest with a white t-shirt under it, khaki shorts, and then red Converse high tops. Let me give you a hint.
Doug?
Yes!
I was about to
do. Yeah.
Yes, I was like thinking. I
can't believe you got that.
Because the way the card is, it wasn't in order of the out. Like, it's not like just the person missing the outfits in order. They're next to each other, so that I had to.
Well, I mean, it's a shirt.
In my brain, I had to put them like shirt, shorts, and then shoes in it. And then it hit me.
Love it.
Wow. Welcome
Good job,
to my brain.
Katie. Getting a cartoon one right.
Wow.
Amazing.
So this one, we did a similar one to this a few times ago and didn't do so great. I messed up because I just kept saying Beethoven.
Oh, Jesus.
But,
yeah.
Okay. So
Beethoven too.
pick another player to compete with. So you and I will just go back and forth.
What if I want to pick another player?
Hey, you go ahead. It's fine. So one player names something from the category. The next player must repeat what was said and in order and add to it.
All right.
Okay. So I guess I'll say the first one, but the category is things not yet invented in the 80s.
Okay.
All right. So I'll go first. iPhone.
Internet. Oh shit, that's already wrong.
Were you gonna say internet? Yeah, I guess they're tech.
Let's try it again.
Okay. iPhone.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were gonna do a new one.
Oh, I could do a new one.
Okay, do a new one.
Let's see. Netflix.
Okay. Netflix. YouTube.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
We're just gonna say websites and shows. Netflix, YouTube, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and e-tickets.
Ooh. Netflix, YouTube, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, e-tickets. Oh my gosh. Why is this so hard?
I know.
This shouldn't be so hard. Podcasts.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Netflix, YouTube, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. What did I say after that? E-tickets?
Mm-hmm.
What did you just say?
You said it was a good one.
Podcast.
Yes.
Uber.
Ooh, that's
yeah.
a good one.
Remember like having to call a taxi cab?
Yeah, or like literally stand in the street and wave or call on the phone.
Do people still do that in big cities?
Yeah.
Okay.
People do that in New York and Chicago. Oh God, now I've done a side conversation. I've got this. Okay. Oh, Netflix. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. No, don't tell me. Netflix. What? Why can't
YouTube.
I remember? Oh, YouTube. That's right. I wanted to say Uber, but that's later. Netflix, YouTube, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, e-tickets, podcasts, Uber, Ozempic.
Ooh. Hot button topic there, Katie.
I didn't say we have to talk about it.
True
that it wasn't invented.
All right. Netflix, YouTube, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, e-tickets, podcasts, Uber, Ozempic, COVID tests.
That's a good one.
Okay, we could stop. We're just going to keep going.
That was a good one. That was a good range of things.
It was. But I feel like we're just going to get caught into like a...
Yes, we are. Okay,
good job. Okay, good job. Well, we both did good.
We did better that time. Good. Yeah, okay. Nice. All right. 90s.
All right. This is a lot of
Ooh, this is a good one.
Oh, you'll probably know this, but I'll ask you anyway. Before it sank into cinematic history, what city was Titanic traveling to?
Oh, they left from New York City to go to Liverpool? Or am I backward? I can't remember.
New York.
They were going to New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back
it left
to New York.
from Liverpool, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Or it was designed in Liverpool. Something.
Yeah.
I really want it to be in Liverpool. Okay. One more from the 80s.
Okay.
I did not know this one, so we'll see if you do.
Okay.
In Back to the Future, what actor was cast as Marty McFly only to be replaced by Michael J. Fox 4 weeks into the film's production?
Was it Matthew Broderick?
No.
Oh.
But there's multiple choice.
Oh.
But he's not on there. Eric Stoltz, Kirk Cameron, Tom Cruise, C. Thomas Howell.
Oh, it was Eric Stoltz.
It was
Eric
Stoltz.
It was Eric Stoltz. As soon as you said his name. See, this is what I get for having ADHD and not paying attention.
In too fast. Yep. Okay, that was your 380s.
Oh, Eric Stoltz. Yeah, I remember him. Okay. Nope, not doing a drawing.
No.
Okay. In the Spice Girls, who was Mel C, better known as?
Oh, Mel C was...
There's Mel B and Mel C.
Yeah. I'm thinking of Mel B right now. Is Mel C sporty?
Yeah.
Okay. And Mel B is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice
and
job.
Victoria is posh.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I remember
Baby
the rest.
Spice.
Oh, Baby. I forgot. That was
Ginger. Emma.
And then Ginger
Jerry.
Spice.
Ginger was
Jerry.
my fave, as always.
I love her. Awesome. All right. Well, look at us doing
that.
So much in a short amount of time. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you have more to add to roller rinks /
let us know your skating technique.
Because mine.
You use both legs or one.
Or if you would like skating lessons from me, because you would only like to use one leg and you're not sure how this is accomplished, please give me a call. I don't know. Send us a message. Or if you would like us to throw pies at each other.
No, we do not need to start this.
Maybe we should do like a GoFundMe. And we're like, if we get to this number, we'll do it.
Listen, we have had conversations about ways to make extra money. And we were like,
I'm telling you.
I mean, feet pics are not off the table. I have had this conversation with multiple people. Like everybody's struggling for money right now.
Yeah.
And Troy was like, Danny, I really don't think there's money in like feet pics. I'm like, listen, there's money in anything. Because
honestly,
literally, if you do it the right way, people are into all kinds of stuff. I saw this whole video, like a TikTok. Hold on.
I'm going to take your word for it. I'm just going to take your word for it.
I saw this random TikTok or reel or something about this girl who makes bank sitting on cakes.
What do you mean?
Literally
like smashing them?
Like just sitting on them. And I mean, not even nude or nothing, just sitting on the cake. So her video was like her going to like the Walmart and she was like, well, I'm going to get this one and this one and this one because the different kinds of icing, like squish weird. And like, that's literally how she does it. She makes thousands of dollars a week.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
Okay. Well, I feel like my eyes have been opened.
Wow. My point is, there's a lot of avenues out there if you need to pursue
a lot of them.
something.
Get creative.
Get creative.
Awesome.
Sorry.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.